So welcome here to my channel for something that I'm not doing that often, but from time to time I promised that I would, and that is we're going to do an English live stream. And as it so happens, I actually need to test an aircraft, the SSG Embraer E-170 Evolution, which is kind of the second version of those airplanes that supercritical simulation did bring out. There was recently some updates to version 1.3, release 2 or something like that. And there's actually a reason why I'm installing and testing it now, because I have a wish from a group of people working on a German airport, and they have asked me to create a video or a live stream with a flight from that airport to some other airport in the Embraer 170 in a very specific livery. So that's basically the preparation for it. I'm trying to now get to grips with this latest version of the SSG. I understand there have been some changes. So this is not the SSG, by the way. I'm loading my usual try and fly scenario, and now I have to switch the aircraft. So I'm going to switch to the SSG Embraer Evolution. So yeah, my X-plane just crashed. It never came to the point where we started, disappeared. So I hope that's not going to be like this now for the rest of the evening. But I think we're already one step further compared to where I was a couple of minutes ago. So let's see who I can welcome here in the stream. D ist... Hallo D, grüß dich. Meteo, sei mir gegrüßt, Jürgen, hallo. Die Kirsten ist da, grüß dich. Dann haben wir den Wolfgang, auch wieder da, grüß dich. Jo, und ich nehme mal an, der eine oder andere wird sicherlich noch dazu stoßen. Okay, so, the SSG, let's have a look. That's what it looks like. By the way, I just installed UltraWeather XP 2.5.1. I had a little session before that where we set this up. My try and fly scenario is bad weather. That's normal. So, and it's in the dark, so that I can also see how the aircraft looks when it is dark. Very dark. And yeah, I have already created some hardware programming for my old GoFlight stuff that I have here. I'm not finished yet. I had to do some gaming PC buying support. Yeah, that took some time. So anyway, it's not that important. So this is the outside model. I think they have done a pretty good job on this. So when we look here, you know, the modeling looks really good. Outside modeling. They now use all the capabilities that are given to us by XP11, you know, latest versions and all that. So it is actually a very nice aircraft from the outside. And since we are not only standing outside but also inside, let's have a look at the cockpit. So this is the cockpit of the SSG, and also here I think they have done a pretty good job. There is also a cabin, and I need to check. We probably have to unlock the door, but I have it the quick way. I have a view defined, and that allows us to have a quick look around. Now here things are not as, let's say, high fidelity as we've just seen outside and in the cockpit, but since I'm not flying in the cabin normally, I don't mind this, and especially if that helps keeping the performance at a good level, so be it, you know. I prefer to have proper performance than to have a fully modeled and high definition cabin to walk in. So I think I've seen some more names popping up. Let's see. Martin, grüß dich. Und Herbert, hallo. Und der Jürgen ist da. No, this is our try and fly scenario. So we're flying around Munich in the standard scenario. I'm not flying to Memmingen. I haven't set up all that. So, and Stone is there. Hi, grüß dich, Stone. Okay, so that's the inside, and I think, yeah, it's a pretty good job. It looks good in here. And one of the specialities of the SSG is this thing here, where they have chosen to put in a settings menu. You can turn it off, because you may not always want to have this shown. One thing that I always never fully liked is the really old way of doing knobs and stuff in this aircraft. You know, dragging all over the place and hoping that you will find the right direction and the right have the right spot. Yeah, I mean, there are really better ways. For example, also scroll wheel support and stuff like that. Yeah, so maybe SSG in one of your next iterations, why not save us from this here? Okay, I don't really like it. Anyway, so these are the option menus. You can turn them on or off, and when you have them on, there are 2 pages. Here, for example, you can hide the yoke. You can have seats. Seat. You can work. What can you? You can hide the seat. Why would I do that? Okay, maybe there's a reason. There's a rain effect you can turn on, and we certainly will turn that on. They also have stairs. If you do not have something like ground handling, then you can actually create a stair. You can open the doors here. All the doors and all the windows can be opened. You can also do the baggage compartments here, and you could even open the service door. There's the field of view. You could change this. I have it on 80. You can switch your units, and this is now Ultraweather XP. The sudden darkness that falls upon you, and yeah, it's yeah. Anyway, so what we see here is the rain effect. To be honest, I think they should consider using LibRain. That's a freeware library that can be used in aircraft. Maybe you can talk to the guy who's doing it and get proper rain effects, because this doesn't really look. Yeah, you know what? This is the kind of rain effect I don't really need, so I'll turn it off again. Right, and yeah, you know, the very consistent way of handling this. Let's go to the second page. Here you can set the load. So at the moment we have 60% payload. Let's put this down to 20, and you can set the payload. So we have now a slightly less, and then fuel-wise, currently we have 4.6 tons. That is probably more than enough for our usual round. Therefore, we can leave this FMC manual select. I think you can get your fuel in different ways. You can do it manually. You can use the FMC prediction. That means it would calculate what we would need, and then you can put in the fuel and let it use what has been calculated. So that sounds quite interesting. Cabin light, yeah, I suppose that's the light inside with the passengers. Now we are pretty much in the dark, so let me quickly check that I have the ground power. Yeah, the ground power is connected. The other thing, there exists a ground handling, if you have ground handling tool, there exists a profile for it. And that means you can go and have, let's say, a crew bus, the stairs, the catering, and these two things here. And then you can say drive up. And then it closes all the doors again. Aha, interesting. I suppose what they do is they kind of toggle the state of the doors. Oh, no, they open it again. Ah, look at that. Cool. Not every airplane in ground handling will actually open and close doors. So here it seems that the integration is part of the custom profile, or the profile of this. Nice, like it. So let's see, what are you writing here? Delta Exe, grüß dich. Captain Kinky, hallo. So someone bought the SSG E170 and E1. Yeah, there's a sale on, by the way, right now on the store. So these two can get cheaper, because there's not only the E170, there is also the E195, and there you can buy them individually, or you can buy a package with the two of them. Since I bought the two of them in XP11 10, I have the SSG quite some time. I also have now the current versions for the 195 and for the 170. Genau, dann passt das ja perfekt, Kinky. Sehr schön. So. Und wir wuppen schon wieder. Ja, the rain effect. Hallo Michi, grüß dich. Okay. So, yeah, just for everyone who's joining a little bit later, this is an English stream. It's once in a while. I promised that I would do live streams in English to give also more people the opportunity to be with me here live, you know, and listen to it in English. And for me, it's actually harder to do a try and fly live, as you can imagine, because if things go horribly wrong when I do a video, I can start over again. And in some cases, I've done 3 or 4 takes before things worked out the way they should. And yeah, when you do a live stream, there aren't 3 or 4 takes. You have to take what you get. So let's hope it's okay. But I think the SSG, if I remember it correctly, is uncomplicated. So I don't really expect big issues with it, and therefore we should be fine. So okay, let's go back into the cockpit. Wie bekommst du das Ground Handling mit Version 4? Ja, du musst einfach da, wo du es normalerweise runterlädst, aktuelle Version holen. Da gibt es ja die Download-Seiten vom JAR, da wo man auch die Updates der JAR-Design-Flieger holt. Mr. Undercover, hi. Hallo Sebi. Hi, welcome. So. Gut, also, dann machen wir mal weiter. Leider kann man das jetzt ein bisschen schlecht erkennen. Und das ist, sorry. It's hard to actually see this because of ultra weather and the way it does things quite dark. So from one moment to the next, we have no light in here. So, but what we can do is we can actually use our flashlight. What have we got it for? And so the first things we can do is we can...
Battery 2.
Oh no, not you again speaking.
DC bus ties.
X checklist. If the fella who does X checklist, great tool by the way, it simply does not remember to turn off the voice prompt, and I can save the hell out of it and it will never save it. I will probably have to try and do it directly in the configuration file or something. Okay, so we have yeah, it's okay. We have power. Now let's see where's the let's turn on these already, and then we have here the yeah, it's okay. We have here the lights. Let me see, dome light. Okay, so this is actually the dome light. All right. Yeah, it's okay. And then we can turn on overhead. Yeah, I love this stuff. you know, it's so intuitive, isn't it? I mean, I go this way so that the knob goes the other way. And if they would all be like that, it would be okay, but the thing is, every knob is different. So you're constantly trying to find your way around those knobs. That's just the way it is. That's X-Plane, by the way. It's not so much SSG, it's X-Plane and their ways of doing actuators here. Anyway, nav lights. Nav lights, let's turn them on. A quick look outside. Nav lights are on. You can see that here, red and green. Oh. Yeah, what do you want? Passenger service baggage. Oh. Why are you pinging? Oh, what's this? A limousine. I thought I get the crew bus here. Ah well. Maybe the crew is brought. Oh. Sony, was machst du da? Du wurdest vom Nightbot gelöscht. Ach du Schande. Was ist denn jetzt los? Ja, Vorsicht Stone, genau. Stop spamming caps, ja, er mag das nicht. Good. All right, let's go back. That's the things with live streams, you know, there's other things than just the aircraft. So where was I? Generators, yep. So, generator 1 and 2, they want us to turn them off. By the way, we can turn off the aviation light now. So the generators are here, and they want... No, that's the AC generators, or... I think. Or is that... No, actually, that's wrong. Oh god, I hope I haven't broken it now. But you see, that's the thing with this, you know? I don't want to bring it into disconnect because this could actually now break things, yeah? And that's what I hate about it. It's so hard to control the knobs with this crap, yeah? So I actually went into the disk position without wanting it. And that's why I actually hate this way of interacting. But anyway, I think the generators are here, so they want us to turn them off. Okay, master caution cancel. Alright. And dispatch clearance is checked. Okay, next checklist. Pre-flight adjustment displayed payload set. Okay, we have set the payload, that's up here. I can only hope that we do not have, let's see, let's check if we have actually now a failure, because it could well be that I have broken things now. systems, probably. Electrical. I hope not. All right. So, just reading the chat here. Hallo Claudio. Willkommen zurück. Und der Meteo. Sehr schön. Gut, dann machen wir weiter. Let's continue. So, where was I? Oh yeah, FMC. We're going to have a look now at the FMC, which I think has changed over the generations of this aircraft. And what we see here is the RADNAV, the radio page, basically, the radio page with all the frequencies. And you can get this by pressing the radio button here. And here you can put in frequencies, for example, for COM1. I could actually put this on the Unicom frequency. Okay. Oh yeah, that's what you have to do. You have to press the second button, not the first. I must have hit the first one. Then you enter the frequency and then you can push it up. Then, for example, 109.50, if I remember correctly. I think it is, isn't it? Let me check. 109.50, yeah. So that's, for example, nav1. And yeah, that's the way you can change things. There's ADF frequencies. You can also set the transponder. We will leave this on 2000. And, or actually, yeah, we leave this on 2000. Doesn't matter. And standby or TRY is done here. You can switch the transponder here. So that's on that page. There's a menu page just for checking. It's the version ERJ 170. It's version 1.3 from March 19. And it contains the FJCC. That's the a payware FMC by someone who is also doing it for the SSG 747 and the SSG Embraer 195. And there's a UFMC available from the same guy, which is a universal FMC that you can use with other X-plane compatible aircraft. Maintenance, nothing done. POS init, okay. So we can actually load the position sensors. The question is, do we actually need to change or activate the... is there an INS that I need to switch? I can't remember having seen this. I don't think there is a simulation of the inertial navigation system or something. I don't think there is in this aircraft. Not that I remember. So we should be fine. Gonna continue here. Last position, that should be the correct one, and then we can go to the route. Echo Delta Delta Mike. To Echo Delta Delta Mike. Activate. So, and now I think, how was that? No, I think we need to go back. Flight plan, no. So how do I, progress page, flight plan, nav page. In the nav page, departure, 08 left. And we're going via the Anchor 8 Quebec. Transition anchor, put that in. And then we can go to the flight plan Okay, next is then Akini. And actually, I'm going to start a little nav map just for my support as well. Going to open the flight plan here. Okay, here you can see it. That's what I'm programming now from Akini. We're going to fly towards Ostes, that was it, and then Bamta, and then we go on the Bamta arrival. Okay. So, Ostes is the next one. And then Bamta. So that's our en route part of the whole thing. And let's activate this. Then go to nav page arrival, ILS 08 left, and it's going to be the Bamta 3 Alpha via ILS 08 left MIQ. Activate. Now let's have a look. And that, by the way, we can now check here. We need to go in the plan view. And this looks, should I call it interesting? Okay. How did that go with zooming in and out? Where is the, I think it's here. Yeah, this is not helpful. Not helpful at all. This doesn't look right, doesn't it? No, this looks completely strange. Okay, let's see. I think I have programmed some texture extractor. Yeah, I have. Oh, very good. So at least that allows me to see the display while I'm trying to get the view right. But no matter what I do, this just doesn't look right. This looks completely wrong. Okay, Delta Mike 077, Delta Mike 079, anchor. Alright, that's correct. Next page. Then Akini, then Ossus, then Bamta, and then we have lots and lots of discontinuities. And basically it did not put in the waypoints for the Bamta arrival, the way this looks. So this, I wouldn't call that working very well. So let's try and get the arrival in again. Maybe I need to do it differently. So let's disable all this. And let's go to Bamta arrival first. And then select this again. And activate it. Does that look right now? This is a mess. I think there might be a discontinuity here. Maybe it is right, but maybe we have a discontinuity. Yeah, we do have the discontinuity, and we still haven't got all the waypoints that we should have. So I will probably have to put them in manually now. So next is Bingu. So that doesn't work too well, I have to say. I'm not impressed. Bingo. Then next one is Tusto. And I can see already a lot of activity here on the chat, but I haven't had any chance to look at now. Then comes Tusto. Now Tusto we have already. Then comes Landu. L-A-N-D-U. And after Landu, we're flying direct mic. And when we activate this and then have a look, then I think this resembles the flight that we want to do. We're taking off in that direction, flying via Akini, Ostes Bamta. Here comes this interesting corner where we see how the aircraft will react. And then we fly via Bingu, Tusto, Landu, and Mike. And then for the approach, runway 08 left. Okie dokie. So let's see what's all this you're writing here. Ah, der Claudio muss weg. Naja, alles klar, Claudio, dann bis später. Ciao. Rocket, grüß dich, Rocket. Scroll Mode an, dann musst du nur mit Mauspad Schalter umlegen als Tipp. Ja, ja. Genau. Mitternachtszipfel. Nee, kein Mitternachtszipfel für mich heute. So. Der Haftel, hello all. Welcome. English stream today. Live. So, what else have we got here? So I hope I haven't missed anyone. Let's continue. So it looks like we finally got this this flight plan in. Now I guess we need to continue with the performance or something. So with the step, yeah. So the flight plan definitely looks pretty okay. But what we haven't defined yet is how high we want to fly and all that kind of unimportant stuff. Let's go back to the route here. So EDDM, runway 08 left. Flight ID, I suppose that's T1. And when we go to the next page, that's our route. Looks pretty okay now. Very nice. Then let's go to performance in it. So we do a climb with 280 full performance. There are certain modes. I haven't really been through this in detail. There is some documentation, by the way, that comes with this. We got here step increment. No, we don't need incremental climb, not with this aircraft, not for today. Takeoff and landing fuel 110/70. So what's that? Kilograms? Contingency fuel 300 kilograms. This is a bit of a odd. I'm not sure what these numbers mean here. Next, transition altitude 5,000, that's correct. Speed at below 10,250, that's fine. Initial cruise altitude, so yeah, here we can set the cruise altitude. I want it to be in flight level 200. The ISA def, I'm not sure what we have here. Cruise winds no idea. We don't have weather, so basically we can leave this here. Zero fuel weight is 22693, and the gauge fuel is 4669. So we have 4.6 tons and a few on top. The gross weight is 27,362 kilograms. Okay. So we go to the takeoff page. Runway heading is 80. Yeah. Then surface at the moment we have 12 degrees. And we need to actually check the QNH, which I think is something like 900 and something. This actually, this doesn't really work well here, you know. This would always show you standard atmosphere, and that can't be right. I'm pretty sure we have not standard atmosphere, but maybe I'm wrong. Problem is how to find out. Actually, there is a way to find that out, because I have a developer tool still in. So let me check. So barometer settings is 2992, but our current barometric is 2836. So that's actually our barometric setting. 28.36. But to be honest, that can't be right either, because in Munich we are not on 40 feet. So, what is right now? No idea. Strange. Well, let's put in 2992 again. I need to find out what that is, but that's explained. That's not this aircraft, by the way. I have some difficulties with that since the last update. So I'm not sure if I see the correct pressure, because I have actually defined the pressure of below 1000, like 990 or something. And that never shows up in the situation. It should not be standard, and it should not be what we've just seen. Anyway, let's continue. So we've got that there, and we are on the pre-start checklist. Parking brake is set. Thrust levers are in the idle position. Yep. Reverse is working. Let's see if my joysticks are all working. Yeah. And the brake. Oops. Oh, that was not a good idea, because I've now disconnected the ground power. Okay, so it's back. Thrust levers are idle, although it can't detect it. APU start. So let's now start the APU. Okay, APU is coming up. And I think we can get rid of close all the doors and get rid of everything that's outside as soon as the APU is running. We are going to disconnect also the ground power. Gibt's Escargot als Bordmenü? Ich habe keine Franzosen einfliegen lassen. Oh ja, Schneckenapproach. Jetzt weiß ich, wovon ihr redet. Unser Expertenpilot hat heute ja einen schwierigen Anflug vorgeführt. Genau. So, APU 100%. It's online, and that means we can turn the GPU off. We're going to disconnect it. It's now gone. By the way, if there is no light, I think everything is fine. This, I think, is a dark cockpit, which means if nothing is chiming or blinking at you, you should be okay. GPU button off. Okay. Right. Doors and windows, I think, are closed. Quickly check. Yes, they are. Then the passenger signs are on. The red beacon, we're going to turn on the red beacon now. This is here. Sterile cockpit on. What? You can sterilize your cockpit and turn that on? Okay, where do we do that? Oh, sterile cockpit on. And does that test actually work? There is a test button for all the annunciators. Ah, yeah. Okay. That works. Does it turn off? Okay, it does. Hydraulic pump 3A on. So hydraulic pump 3A. System 3, okay. On. The toga button, press and verify. Take off, go around toga button. Press and verify. Where is that toga button? Ah, yeah. There's a hidden button here for the toga, I think. Okay. Nose wheel steering, engage. That is suppose somewhere here. Let's see. We actually got nose wheel steering. Let's go to my old Logitech. No. Ah. Okay, we have nose wheel. All right. And push and start clearance checked. Okay. Engines to start up. Right. Thrust lever. Ah, let's see. The idle position is actually not where my joystick is. Interesting. So that might explain. Alright, idle position. Or maybe not. Yep. Ignition engine 2 auto. So, to get the engine number 2 started, we need to somehow get rid of this here. Yeah, this is in the auto position, and we are pulling this into start. That was not number 1. I accidentally started the wrong engine. Doesn't matter. Hallo Flylutz. Hi, hi. Ich hoffe, ich habe keinen übersehen. Yeah, so the engines start automatically. Uh-oh. I sure hope that that's not a sign of a problem, but I think that's the weird way of doing rain or I don't know, contrails and stuff like that. Oh my god. But all the engine parameters, they look okay. Okay, I think we have got that engine running. So click here and then click here. and we'll watch it. Okay, that looks like the starter cutout, but is this engine actually coming? Ah, yeah, it is. It is. It automatically closes the latch and all that. I mean, in real life, I would do that. But here it's doing this. It has also a vertical display, as you can see here. And that's the system status. So we see that all the doors are closed. We can see the outside temperatures and the levels of hydraulic fluid and temperatures and things like that. I can then switch to the flight control page, where we could check again our flight controls. Very nice. And also the aileron. Rather normal, everything okay. Then we have the hydraulics. You can check the hydraulic system. Looks normal. Then comes the fuel. We see the content of the fuel tanks, 4.6 tons, and we can see that the APU is still running. Electrical system, all the providers of electrical power and also which buses, and then comes the ECS, which is a pretty dark display, and then we have the ice condition. That's probably air or anti-ice system. Yeah. So what about ECS? Why is this empty? Should I ask? Let's go back to status. So that's our map. You can specify what you want to see on the map. I'm going to use the weather radar, since we have slightly bad weather. Just a tiny wee bit bad. Hallo Samu. Costa Yeah, der Fahrradlenker. Yeah, it's the yoke here is, it looks strange. Yeah, it looks strange. I guess you get used to it when you fly a real one. So let's quickly check. Have we got an air brake? It's not, is it? No, it doesn't look like it's assigned. So let's assign it. Speed brake. Oh, we have multiple axes. Okay. We need to find the other one. Looks like the speed brake is somehow not assigned to the axis. That's okay. Not ideal. Okay, before taxi checklist, we can now turn off the APU. If we manage to get that switch where we need it. No. Okay, then takeoff flaps. We're going to use... what's that? Oh, with F8 you can get the... F8 brings out the CDU. Look at that. F8. Right. F7. Okay. F6 is my key for the flaps. Okay. We're going to take position 2. Yeah. I haven't done any big calculation here. Taxi clearance. By the way, what V speeds have we got? Takeoff data. I don't think we are through yet here. We've started the engine, but we haven't really decided. Okay, takeoff mode on. Next. So can we get this set here? Doesn't look like it, right? So I'm just taking a very wild guess and I put in some v-speeds. There's probably in the documentation, I'm pretty sure there's something that would explain how to calculate those. But I'm creative now and I just put it like this. So flight level 200. And in the cruise we are on flight level 200. Alright. And in the descent 5000 is our transition level. And for the landing, flaps 2, flaps full. So we're going to take a flaps full approach or flaps 5. So flap full, you can switch this. Or a flap 5. Yeah, okay. Alright. Ice. Cat 1, there's a second page. That's the VREF. Suppose I need to get this somehow. So this is our flight plan, and I think that is us through the different, what's TRS, thrust rating selection. Auto 95%, takeoff 1. Yeah, okay, so that's probably auto throttle stuff. TLA, trim on, off, TLA. Let's turn that on. What have we got here? What is this? Takeoff 1. Enter. Interesting options. I can't remember that in the old version. Flex temperature on. Yeah, let's put that on. Flex temperature, let's do 35 degrees. Enter. Thrust rating. Select. Takeoff data. Interesting. No. Does it calculate my v-speeds by any chance? Performance init. So that's the performance init page. Yeah, we have been there. Then performance data, nothing. Performance plan. Yeah, here we can see the individual, how much fuel we're going to have, at what time we should be there. Okay. Takeoff. Runway slope is, there is no slope. Then, yeah, we've been through these. Okay. And I better not push anything like init, because it could be that we end up with no data. So let's go to flight plan. I think we should be fine. Now, turn the dome off. We turn the taxi light on. And the emergency light needs to be armed, which is, I think, this thing. Okay. Parking brake released. Yeah, now. And we taxi to the holding point. Oh my God. You know, guys, if you do effects, make them reasonable. Oh. I don't think I have steering. Hang on. And it looks like I don't have braking either. Hello? So, where's the... I think I need to somehow magically turn on the nose wheel steering. Where is it? Interesting. That will be a problem. Okay, we also have something here with the buses. I think we might need to turn on some more things. Let's see. Electric bus. Yeah, the generators aren't on. Sure, because they told us to turn them off and they forgot to tell us to turn it on again, or maybe I have overlooked it. So, ah, yeah, okay. I'm now using the rudder. Ah, now it works. Okay, now it works. Still quite bright here in the cockpit. I thought I had turned off the dome light. Slopeless happy, yeah. Yeah, kompliziert. It's not exactly complex. It's just, let's say, we're not used to it. So it is a new one. Oh, that's very loud, isn't it? Hang on. Ah, it's one of those that can't be bothered with sound settings. Shit. Oh, yeah, and okay. I don't know if it's something with X-Plane, but I have a feeling that since the last update, I'm not able to reduce the sound of the external engine sound. So they are partially really loud. And when I do any kind of sound settings, they don't care. Like I can disable the sound. And it's as if I haven't done anything, as you can see. Very weird. Naja. No idea what that is. I mean, inside it actually got very quiet now, yeah. But outside, it's not. Können Embraers auch Wäsche waschen? Weiß nicht. Dodo in front, where? Die Dodos sind ausgestorben, ja, aber unsere lebt noch. Ihr macht besser keine Wäsche hinter diesem Flieger, denn die sind dann gleich schwarz. Yeah, these are those weird effects. Not every aircraft has that, but yeah, the SSG is one of them, it seems. Doesn't really cut it. Taxi to holding point, yeah. So let's hurry up a bit. I really thought I had turned off the dome light. Yes, the dome light is off. Now let's see. Do we still have other light in here? So now we have proper bridges, no cars floating. Munich is fixed. Well, we might as well turn on the sound then again, because if it doesn't make any difference, I prefer to hear something of the engines. There's some weird noise, some squeaking. Cool. Okay. Yeah. Doesn't really stay straight, does it? Oh yeah, now it goes. If I don't touch the controls, it's okay. So what's that? What's that there? Weird lines? That's looking strange, isn't it? Here. See this here? Oh, I need to do something about the steering. That's not okay. Nose wheel tiller. Okay, yeah. That's yeah, that's better. Seit 1690 sind die ausgestorben. Ja, die dicken Vögel, genau. Aber wir haben noch eine, Dodo. Okay, so we can see some weather radar here already. Okay, that's fine. So that's terminal 1. Very shiny, isn't it? Ja, danke, Michi. So. And here we are. Let's stop shortly here. And also check for the... Oh. That view isn't quite right. Okay, need to do something about that. Okay, that one. Right. So, flaps. Yeah, Yeah, still set, flaps 2. Then we still can't use the air brake. Okay.
No takeoff. Trim.
Ah, the trim isn't yet right. I have pressed the takeoff config button. So I guess we still need to check the trim. It's not in the green area here. So I'm using the trim to bring it up and bring it in the green area. Okay, then we also set the auto brake to RTO. And I think that should be it. Parking brake is set. Thrust lever is idle. Yeah, we know that it can't detect that. Auto brake RTO is set. Takeoff config. We have.
No takeoff. Brake.
Yeah, okay, that's okay. We are on park brake. Takeoff config. ICAS checked. Request takeoff clearance. Yeah, transponder. The transponder, for that we need to go into the radio page and put it on TRY. And then we also, although it's very hard to see, but we turn on the landing lights. And the taxi lights we need to take off. That's the nose lights, I suppose. No, hang on, taxi light is here. Strobe lights we need to turn on, which are here. And the auto throttle, we need to arm it. We also have the flight director, and I think, let's see, so we would use nav. And it's FMS1. So we are in nav mode, FMS1. Heading. Heading isn't set yet properly. So let's try not do too many things at the same time. I think that might be more healthy.
On runway 08 left.
And we'll just stop here for a short moment. Parking brake shortly set. Where was I? So the heading isn't yet correct. So I'm going to set it to 80. Yeah. Then the altitude. We'll put it on flight level 200. Nope. Flight level 200. Okay. So, yeah. So there's a VNAV mode, but I don't think I'm going to use it right now. We might be doing this when we are up. So auto throttle is armed, I think. LNAV is armed. And we have FMS. I think we should be fine. Okay, let's see if we can get off here. And somewhere here is a knob. That's supposed to turn on the takeoff mode.
Takeoff okay.
But I hope it works. Let's see.
80 knots.
Check. Oh yeah, looks like it's working.
V1, V1,
Rotate.
V2.
Positive rate, gear up. So LNAV has taken over. Let's see what happens when I press VNAV. Flight level change. And I'm activating. No. Can I? Have I got the autopilot? Yes, I have got it. What about the yaw damper? Okay. I think we're fine. Let's bring in the flaps one notch. That seems to be our vertical path. And we're turning now towards... yep, that looks okay. I have it a bit bigger here for me. Yep, that looks good. And now the question is, can I put this on the speed of the FMS? So let's see. What is this here? Okay, FMS. And VNAV? Is that now VNAV or not? It's hard to say. Flight level change. And speed. Okay, and flaps up. Doesn't look that bad. I think we're okay. The auto brake has switched back to off, okay, on its own. And we have the warp effect here. So this is the new night now with Ultra Weather 251. It looks slightly different than what I remember from previous flights. That's that's the autopilot controls for up, down, and so on. Okay. And we are now flying towards anchor. So far this looks actually quite okay. Seems to be no problem. Now we need to find out about the lights. Okay, aha. So here are the displays. And that's the floodlight. Okie dokie. So. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Now let's see in the cabin. Nice and dark. Okay. After takeoff. MCP speed FMS set. Speed mode FMS set. Yep. I think that's what I've done here. The LNAV is engaged. I think it is. Yes, here. VNAV is engaged. I think it is. I'm not sure. But it looks like it. We are above 10,000, by the way. We can turn off the lights. And since we are already on standard atmosphere, so sterile cockpit off, landing lights off, passenger signs off. So you can all start hopping around now. FMS approach ref set. Yeah. Let's see. Where do we do that? Probably in performance, right? Descent. Landing. Flap 2, flap 5, flap 5. We're going to use auto brake low. We have no ice. Okay, VREF, yeah, I'm guessing here 135, I think it's okay. Alright. Nice and dark. We're approaching Ostes. By the way, why do I have this here? Okay, because I never I never put on the display. All right. You can see here now we flew to Anchor, then to Akini. If we have already turned now, and we are flying now towards Ostis. Uh-oh. Overspeed. So we're going to go on manual, and we're going to change the speed. What the is that? No, no, that's far too fast. What the? Okay. Yeah, whatever it calculated here is probably based on some much higher altitude. Mach 0.74, yeah, that's far too much. Let's see if we can tone this down a little bit during the cruise. Yeah, 0.68. Let's put that in here. Now, yeah, I think that should work. So let's try that again. .67. Yeah, that's okay. So, was schreibt ihr denn Schönes? Hallo Michael. Is this add-on for Munich? Yes, this is the short final design, Haftel. Mr. X's Munich scenery, yeah. Fantastic airport. Really love it. And it so happens to be my home airport. Ja, Wolfgang, das ist richtig. Sieht immer wieder toll aus. Ja, Stone, wir nennen unsere 228 tatsächlich Dodo. So, oh yeah, what we can see here now is very typical. It has a bit of a problem trying to get around Bamta. So, if I don't do something now, it will try to fly to Bingu, which is not very good. Therefore, I'm going to try now and make it fly to. So how do we do that here? Descent now, no. I want to stop. Activate. Oh, okay. Yeah, because otherwise it would try and fly to Bingu, and then we are in a bad angle. Then it would try to correct that again, and we would end up with a pretty mess. So I'm also going to now start descending to flight level 50, but very, very slowly. I'm going to use vertical speed mode for that, because we need to be at 5,000 when we are past Mike. So let's see, where's the vertical speed button? Here it is. And I'm going to descend, let's say, with about 700 feet per minute. Or maybe 1,000 feet per minute, but not much more. Okay. I'm going to do a slow descent now. If we realize that it is not enough, then we can always speed up the descent. And I think I'm going to reduce the airspeed now. Let's switch this back to manual. Reduce during the descent to 280. Hallo Maximilian, grüß dich. Gute Nacht, Semi, mach's gut. Wenn er noch da ist. Glaube ich schon ein bisschen her jetzt. Ein Wurzelbürstchen. So. Ja, wir fliegen jetzt auf, we are flying towards Mike. I think I might have to descend a little bit faster than that. Yeah, quite a bit of information here in the navigation display. Next waypoint MIQ, distance 21 miles. Fuel 3.6 kilograms. So the displays are quite okay. As I say, I use X-Texture extractor, and you can't extract the whole display because there are slightly different positions. So I decided to just take out the navigation display because the vertical isn't that important for me. It's more the lateral that I need. So I use this little plugin to get pop-up windows, which you can't have with the normal displays. As you can see, they don't come out. Yeah, and if you want, you can guess my landing rate, the usual. So before descent, FMS approach reference, ILS frequency we have, MCP target altitude we have set. ARTIS is checked, the minimums, yeah, the minimums, where do we set those? The minimums, I guess that's here. Ah yeah, radar 200. See it here? The radar altitude. You can probably switch also between, well, somehow you can probably switch between baro and radar. I keep it on baro. And yeah, intuitively as always, I move this to RA and it turns off because it's baro. So if I see, it's baro now, but the little thing, I have to move it to the right, which is baro, which is actually radar. Yeah, right. The displays are, by the way, coupled, so there is no separate individual displays, but that's okay. We don't really need that. I think we need to fire up a little bit, and we need to get slower. Why haven't we actually got slower? I thought that I had turned down the speed. It must have overwritten this again. But the axis doesn't work. Okay, fair enough. So we're turning. Quite loud, the heading knob. Yeah, okay. All right. So where are we? below 10,000. That's good. So let's turn on the lights again. Okay, sterile cockpit on. Oh, what is it now? Why are we that fast again? I did not tell it to go that fast. Oh, come on. That's not good. Hello? I can't get it. I can't get the speed down. What is going on? Hello? Okay, speed mode 300. It's driving me nuts. You're far too fast. It's not good. But at least we have reached 5,000, which is important. So we're now approaching Magat, and I'm going to arm the ILS mode approach. Let's see, localizer glide slope. Yeah. Now we need to get slower now. So we are still below the glide slope, which is okay, but we're a little bit fast. We're getting there. Gear down. Glide slope captured, localizer sort of captured. I think we're okay. Bringing out the flaps. We're a little bit, probably a little bit far. Sterile cockpit. It's hard to see things in the dark actually with this one. Reset at transition altitude. Yeah. Okay. MCP pref mode set. ILS approach. MCP nav source. Blah blah. Landing. Yeah. So we are actually on ILS, so it has switched that. That's fine. Landing gear is down. Okay. So flaps. Right. Hallo Claudio, gerade noch rechtzeitig. Ruckel, ruckel, genau. So, first time I'm flying with this since a long time. I wonder. Can we... I think I'm going to turn off the auto throttle now. And also the autopilot. Ooh. Oh yeah. Uh-oh. That's not good. So a little bit below the glide slope. Ja, sehr gut. Hier geblieben. Hier geblieben. So, und you. I know. Boah.
Minimums.
Landing.
50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Opa. Okay, manual braking. That's in the last moment I kind of got a push somehow. So 177, huh? Naja, it wasn't the nicest of landings. It says good here, but it wasn't very safe. Okay, so let's turn on that light again, floodlight. No. Right, off. Park brake. And we're going to turn on the APU. Turn off the lights. Turn on the taxi light. Then strobe lights off. Landing lights off, taxi lights on, flaps up, Transponder, we do here on the radio page, go to standby, and we are ready for taxiing to the gate. Hui. Weiß ich nicht, Meteo. It was relatively sensitive, steering it. It was okay, but it's, yeah, I struggled to keep it on the glide slope. The weather is quite bad, though. I'm kind of torturing myself here by having such a bad weather, especially on a first flight. But as always, when you fly a bit more often, you get used to any aircraft. And so far, I have to say, it's okay. It's actually not too bad. The FMC is a bit, yeah, bit funny. We had some issues with our route. We shouldn't have had, really. Okay, we were able to get around it, but yeah, that wasn't perfect. Yeah, then flying the route was no problem at all. It actually followed nicely on the LNAV. The issue I have is with the speed and the auto throttle. There are some weird things happening. And it's always really in the dark, and that's one of the reasons why I'm doing this in the dark. Is it's very hard to for example see what's the mode here, you know. So you have to rely on your mode annunciators here in order to know what mode you're in. It's very hard to see anything. Like I can't see, are we in FMS mode or are we in manual mode? I couldn't tell you. So you need to watch out for that then. Yeah, other than that, okay, I mean the stupid way of doing dials and stuff, well, and I'm also a little bit wondering, but I think someone told me before that in the Embraer there are little lights here, and I would have expected these lights to turn on, but someone told me that in the real aircraft they don't do that or something like that. Hui means something like wow, probably. Mach's gut, Wolfgang. Ciao. Many thanks. So, yeah, a bit loud. Not sure if that's explain why I can't get this down, but the outside model is very nice. The smoke thing, the contrail thing is crap. Okay, but I don't know. It could be explained. Maybe they need to do something a bit different, but it doesn't really make sense the way it is right now. And but the modeling inside here, cockpit, cabin, okay, forget it. But as I say, I'm not flying in the cabin, so I don't really care. Yeah, I think overall it is actually a good package. You do get a lot of good stuff. Also, I like this menu here. This is quite handy. Yeah, everything in one place. Quite well done. Oh God. Now, well, I don't think we need to bother too much now with the taxiing. Somehow I can't get the parking brake with my button. Now it has worked. Strange. So flaps are in, speed brake is in, and the APU is actually on, I think. Hang on. Yes. So, oh, I hate this. Come on. The other direction. Okay. You keep forgetting. Yeah, you need to go the other direction. It's so unintuitive that I always make first attempt is wrong, because when I just click, so did it stop? Okay, that engine stopped. That one didn't. All right. Okay, then dome light on. And let's go through the checklist. Power down, emergency lights off. Generators 1 and 2 off. Okay, generators 1 and 2, did I not turn them off? I thought I did. Ah, shut up. Passenger signs off. Sterile cockpit off. Oh, give quiet. AC pumps 1 and 2 off. That's these here. DC pump off. APU, GPU. No, I don't want that off. IC bus ties. So that's actually power down. Okay. Hydraulic pumps off. Well, we turn them all off, and then it's all quiet and nice. And anyway, so that's it. That was the try and fly with the SSG. All in all, it's actually quite good. I like it. I really need to get used to some of the strange things, but I could actually see me now doing that flight for whoever requested it. I even got the matching. I got a matching. Or did I? Hello? Oh, don't tell me that isn't working. This is supposed to be People's Vienna line. Doesn't look like it's working. Ah, that's unfortunate. Oh well, can't be helped. Anyway, I hope you liked it. It was something different for a change. Live in English and try and fly. To be honest, I'm not going to do that too often because it is actually quite yeah, strenuous. I'm tired now. But yeah, it worked out quite well. Everything okay. We landed. Wasn't too bad actually. Could have been worse. So yeah, nice aircraft. Looking forward to use it a bit more often. Alright then, have a good evening. Hope you all had a good weekend, and off we go to another week of work and other fun. And maybe we'll see sometime in the next days, or maybe latest next weekend. Bye bye.